Welcome to And Then There Was Friday. So my lipstick is, as the cool kids say, giving me life. I generally don't like dark shades of lipstick, and I also run away from red, mainly because, when you're 30, you're like, yeah, we don't do that. We're not gonna be brave, but I don't think it looks too bad today. So shout out to Peggy Ice, who did the makeup for today. I have just done the poll show. So this is the And Then There Was Friday vlog or something like that. I would like to say happy birthday to my dad. My dad turned 71 on Wednesday. It's always exciting to have like a birthday. It's funny because in my family, our birthdays always fall on the same days. So like once my dad's birthday is on Wednesday, that means our birthdays are going to be on Wednesdays. That's my dad, my sister, and I. I can't wait for my birthday this year. And my dad turned 70 last year. It was a lot of fun. We went, we danced, we ate. I cried. Why did I cry? Because I'm the last one and I'm a daddy's pet, and they asked me to talk and I was not ready to talk. And then, I was talking and I just got emotional. Like, don't make me talk when I'm not ready to talk. Daddy's birthday. But happy birthday, Daddy. Love you very much. I think sometimes we do ourselves a disservice when we speak about families and we speak about the mothers and the children, and we always neglect the fathers, because my father and my mother have such huge impact on my life. And I want to encourage any guy who's watching this, like, you have to be a part of your children's lives. You don't know how important it is. Like, I always tell people that my father was like the first man who ever loved me, and he sort of, I felt love. And for me, I didn't take BS because, I've seen love. And so you have to show your children, just by loving them. And do you have all the answers? No. Did my dad make mistakes? Of course. Did I make mistakes? Of course. But did he do his best? Was he there? My dad was there, not just school fees. It's not just about paying school fees. My dad would take from here and I for our examination. He will come back and get us. He will be there for us. My dad, I actually used to, let me tell you guys, I think I wrote a letter to my dad. It was something girly, but I actually told my dad before. I told my dad, which is weird because everybody else was looking at me like, huh? We didn't talk to our dad about that, but I actually told my dad. And he, I just love my dad, and I just want to encourage people to train guys and girls to be responsible, to train guys and girls to be loving, to train guys and girls to go for what they want, to train guys and girls to be kind. And speaking of being kind, it's World Kindness Day, and I've been asking everybody, what's the kindest thing you've done? I checked the definition of kind, and I was like, oh wait, because they actually said it means like giving, being friendly, generous, and tender-hearted. And so it's like, this Lagos can make it difficult for you sometimes to be kind, because you're always on edge, like you're always watching out for who's trying to scam you, or you don't want to be scammed, or sometimes you just wish you could live life simply, and then you find out maybe someone has been trying to scam you. For example, I hear stories about people and perhaps things that drivers that had been with them for so long had done, and after a while you're like, hey, see, when you're kind, you get hurt. When you're not kind, you're seen as evil. It's like you can't win. And I'm learning to just put a theory into place, like, don't do or not do things based on how you think people will react. Do things based on you, your principles, your guidelines, your thoughts. And of course, that means you actually have to have these principles, you have to have these guidelines. These are things you think about. You have to be deliberate about your life, like, what kind of person are you? And so I thought about it as like, okay, I feel like there's always room for you to be kinder. So that's my challenge for myself, and hopefully for you as well. Let's be kinder. Like, what can we do to be kinder? Let's try to do that every single time. And because it's Friday, like, this week has been interesting. I've done a lot of planning. I've been in my head a lot this week, and I'm just like, gosh, like, let's go. Where are we going? Let's do this. So I hope to do a lot of interesting and a lot of fun things. And I I just want you guys to know, like, your life is really in your hands. And sometimes it sounds like a cliche, but you're not a tree. Whoever said that, they told no lies. If you don't like where you are, move. You're not a tree. If you don't like what's happening to you, be the change. Do something different. So if there's anything that I would like for you to take away from this very random vlog series of mine, it's, you're not a tree. And be kind. And happy birthday, Daddy. Let's not forget to treat guys and girls, with decency, with responsibility. Everybody needs to be responsible. And any guy that is watching this, I want you to always be there for your children, and to not see your relationship with your daughter or your relationship with your son as just, oh, here, take this check, oh yeah, take this money. But to actually have conversations. Look, let me tell you about my father, please. When I was younger, we used to have this regime where we'd have to take agbo. So for those of you who may not know, agbo is like herbs. It's like traditional medicine here in Nigeria, and it's bitter, and we'd have to take it. And so, like, we had to take it. It was something that we had to do. And I appreciate my mother, because my mother knew, like, these things were great for us. Like, okay, you have to take this agbo because I've heard that it's good. And so we would take it. And my dad would then take us out to get ice cream. And my dad and I used to just go on random drives. Like, imagine how cool that is. My dad would just say, okay, let's go for a drive. And we'll just leave the house and we'll just drive. Not like we were going somewhere. We weren't going to see someone. We'll just go for a drive. And those were some of, like, the most interesting moments of my life, because when I think about things that I have been impacted with, it's been conversations and stuff like that. It's not been, my parents, beg your pardon, paid my school fees, which is great. Otherwise, I wouldn't be the barrister lawyer that's I am today. But I think of them more in terms of the conversations we had, the stories they told me. My dad can make me laugh. My mom makes me laugh. We just, my mom and I would kick back. We talk. It's like conversations. Okay? Thank you. Don't forget, it's not just about how much you spend. It's about the experience that you give. My name is Tosyn Bucknor, and then there was Friday.